I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and welcome to Dark Matters. Today on Dark Matters, I'm going to be reviewing the Apple iPhone 5. I've been using it for a few months now, since the end of last year, and I really enjoy it. It's not only a great cell phone, but it has a lot of other functions to it as well. For example, the first part of this video, I'm filming using the iPhone 5. And the nice thing about it is it has a camera on both sides. The side that you'd be looking at the screen, which is the side I'm using now, and with a touch of the button, you can switch to the other side, which will show you what you'd be looking at normally. So if you're taking a picture of someone else or a scene or something, you use the camera on the back side of the phone. If you want to film yourself, you can use the camera on the front side of the phone and see yourself while you're filming yourself. This is great for like video conferencing or using Skype to communicate with. So it's a great feature of the phone to have the two cameras on it. And of course you can also take still photos with the iPhone. Next, I thought I'd interview the iPhone. I really don't get a chance much to interview the devices and things that I review, and I thought this would be a great chance to do that. So let's see how this works out. This is kind of experimental, so we don't know what will happen yet. What is your name?
My name is Siri, but you knew that already.
Well, yeah, I did, but you didn't have to go into that now, did you? How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
What functions can you perform?
Let me think. Would you like me to search the web for what functions can you perform?
No, I want you to tell me. What can you do?
You can ask things like...
Oh, it's giving me a list now, alright. Can ask her to call somebody for me. I can launch photos. Tell Susan I'll be right there. I guess that's like a chat thing. Set up a meeting at 9. Did the Giants win? I could ask her that. Give me directions home. Tweet my location. Post to Facebook. What movies are playing. Email Emily about the trip. What's the weather for today? Well, let's try a couple of them, shall we? What movies are playing?
I'm looking for movies. I found quite a number of movies playing nearby today.
Oh, yes, she has. She has a whole list of them here for me. And so I can pick these and it will tell me what times and everything they're playing. Let's try another one. What's the weather today?
It's not looking good today. Down to 25 degrees and snowing.
It's not good, is it? Alright, restaurants.
I found 15 restaurants. 12 of them are fairly close to you.
And the nice thing about this is she gives you a list of restaurants and you can tap on one of them and it has a phone number, information about the restaurant, sometimes a website if it has one. And you can actually get directions from where you are to the restaurant. The iPhone has a great GPS in it, and in fact it replaces a GPS that you might buy for your car. It does the same thing. You can talk you through the directions, show you on a map and everything. And so when it lists the restaurants, you can tap on one of the restaurants and you can actually get directions for it. So that's a great function to have the GPS on the iPhone. Define Excalibur.
Okay, Dean, here you go.
And it gives me a little readout here and it says the legendary sword of King Arthur. I like to ask Siri about like where restaurants are or coffee houses are, and all you have to do is ask restaurant or coffee and she'll give you an answer. Let me give you another demonstration. Coffee.
Time for a snack?
She's a little bit sarcastic at times, but she just gave me a list of different coffee shops within the area around me where I'm at right now. If I drove to someplace else, she would give me coffee shops or whatever around the location that I'm at by default, which is really nice. And like I said, a lot of apps are keyed into the fact that the iPhone has a GPS built right into it. So the iPhone has a great GPS built into it, a great voice interface called Siri, and it has a great camera, both still and video. What the iPhone's real strong point is, though, is the fact that you can download all sorts of apps, and everybody has an iPhone app. And so if I ask for the coffee house on here like I did a minute ago, it lists Starbucks as one of the ones. I can get directions to Starbucks. I can pay Starbucks with my iPhone using their application by uploading money to their website and I just scan the face of the iPhone and I'm paid. I can load money onto cards at Starbucks that I can use, but I can also check my balance on the application of how much money I have on the Starbucks account, and I can actually bring up a barcode with my account number on it that I put in front of their scanner, and it will deduct it from my card automatically without me pulling out the card. And chances are, I have my iPhone more handy than my wallet or my card anyway. I don't have to take the wallet out and dig for the card again, which gets shuffled back as I use all the other cards on it.
If you've ever used an iPad before, or if you've used a previous version of the iPhone, you'll be familiar with the iPhone 5's easy-to-use interface. If you've never used either of these devices before, it's very easy to learn the interface. Basically, you have applications that you can run to do various tasks on the iPhone. The iPhone comes with some apps preloaded. There's an app store where you can go in and you can buy new apps. Some of the apps are free, some of them cost some money. But there's generally an application for pretty much anything you'd want to do, and there are a lot of neat applications on the iPhone. You also can play music just like you would on an iPod, and you can go right directly to the iTunes store and buy new music if you'd like to buy some, and download it and run it on your iPhone. There are also all sorts of applications that you can get, and some are preloaded. There's weather, and there's multiple weather applications you can get to find out forecasts, what the current temperature is. I use this weather application a lot just to find out what the temperature is outside before I go out. Also, you have applications such as Google Earth, where you can zoom in to your location. There are all sorts of mapping applications for the iPhone, and a lot of applications use the GPS built into the iPhone to find out your location so that they can tailor the information to where you are. For instance, if you ask Siri where a restaurant is or where there are restaurants in the area, she'll be able to tell where you are, find the nearby restaurants, and when you select a restaurant, she can guide you there from your exact location. Generally, when you start up a new application, it will ask you if it can access the GPS, so that gives you the clue that it's using a GPS to find your location. And a lot of apps will use your location to better kind of give you information tailored to where you are. At any rate, I highly recommend the iPhone 5. I've used it for several months now. It works great. I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Matters, and whatever you do, enjoy technology.